good start in Toronto. What's happened those last 4 that you just can't get back to?
Well, usually, I know y'all looking for some other. You asked me how. It's command. Fastball. If you look back through them, where he's trying to go and where it ends up. Very good hitting team. They got I think at one point they had 6 guys hitting over 300 there. You make those mistakes, out over the plate, you're gonna pay a price. But never, velocity and wise, he's about as good as we've seen him over a stretch of time, but he just can't seem to corral it, get it where he needs to get it. We could. We've been good about getting some shutdown innings. Richard's been real good. We weren't able to do that. But their guy was pretty good. He knew exactly what he was going to do, and he did it anyway.
What was the difference in the ninth? What was the difference in the ninth inning that enabled you to get a little closer there?
I was strong, got some good at bats. I mean, I'm real proud of Kimmy. He comes off the bench, not seeing much playing time, and hits the changeup down the left field line. The only place you can hit a pitch like that. This is really, it's all over baseball, not just them. You got to be able to handle something off speed. Their guy reminds me a lot of Estrada with Toronto. A lot of changeups, high fastballs, big leg kick, front side, jumps at you, and you got to really, and it seems to always be throwing the pitch you're not looking for. He's a guy that we've strung together. Obviously, it was the different pitchers that we did it against, but, their bullpen's been pretty good, too. It's a good baseball team. We came within a swing of tying it up.
A lot of times when Ubaldo has struggled, you guys have put him in the bullpen. I mean, is that just not a luxury you have at this point in time, given where you are roster-wise?
Well, it's always a possibility, but, you could say that about a few other guys, too. So, certainly another topic after he has a tough outing, and I understand why. But, we'll see. He's capable of better.
You said in the past that, you can't always gauge what's going on in Norfolk. I mean, you make the connection that what a guy's doing in Norfolk isn't necessarily tell you that he can't do it up here. Is there anybody that you have in the organization that might fit that description that you can get us, at least get a test, like an experimental spot start out of?
Sure. Yes, there is. There's always that possibility. You got You got 7 pitching staffs in the organization. There's a lot of guys that if that's the description, but it's there's a lot of ramifications that come with it. Obviously the priority every time you start a season is a major league club getting in the playoffs and winning a world championship. And but there's a lot of I understand what you're saying. I'm focused on trying to make what we have, which has been good at times and in the past, as good as it can be, and it's capable of better. And that's where I'm dwelling. I look at box scores and what have you, and just because I'm interested, because they're wearing our uniform. But there's people down there capable of pitching well up here. That's for sure.
It's tough regardless, but when he gets, he's been giving up a lot of runs early too. So he's been putting you in holes. The last 2 games, 6-0, 7-1. Does that make it any worse because you guys are, down so early with him on there and he doesn't work particularly fast?
Yeah, we've come back from a couple of those deficits here recently, but it does cast a little a challenge that you don't want to see every night, especially this time of year when it's hot and sticky. I mean, he's trying to pitch well. He really wants to. It's not like he's trying not to, to pitch well. But, we get some, pure shutdown innings out of the bullpen too tonight. That there's a different situation there. But you're also going to see some different pitchers in the game if that's the case. So I try to keep that in mind too if it's a closer game. But there's nobody who wants to and tries. It bothers him. I wouldn't take any of our pitchers' professional demeanor to think that it really doesn't eat at them.
How'd you feel about Chris looking to bunt there tonight?
He gets it down and Trumbo hits a 2-run homer. I get it. He feels it. I don't know if he's feeling not particularly good at the plate and passing the baton, and I don't ever have a problem with someone feeling something and going for it, And I don't dwell on that, guys. I know it certainly leaves yourself open for people will chirp about that, and understandably, but You know, I got it. But it's not something that I'm going to chastise him about. We talk about it all the time. It's one of the reasons why the guys have been able to play with a free flow is you feel something, you see it, and you go for it. Okay, thank you.